We're live.
Yes.
We're live.
It's happening, baby.
We're live. We're living.
We're living. Breathing. We're living. I just watched the episode.
Oh my god. I just watched the Untucked and rewatched the episode. I also want to say we're standing for Spencer. I just want to say.
Yes, we're standing for Spencer.
Is our producer. Is that what his role is? I don't really know how this stuff works.
Also a very omniscient, godlike figure.
That's literally, he's just a voice.
I don't know any of the titles for these things. It's a completely new world.
You're the executive producer.
Spencer's running shit.
You're the showrunner, executive producer.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Director.
An EP.
That's EP. EP phone home.
EP phone home.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we think, guys? New app. We're starting in the workroom. Tamisha just went home.
Oh, poor Tammy.
I missed her.
I missed Tammy.
Do you think Candy's acting sad?
Candy might be.
I think Candy was humbled significantly. Yeah. You saw she was crying. Tears.
Yeah. I also think because Tamisha is the mother of the cast, I feel like it must kind of sting a little bit. It feels different than sending Joey J home. You know, there's a bit more gravity to it, I think. Because when you send home Joey J, it's you're okay, bye Queen, but when it's Tamisha Mon who literally just on the runway was I have an ostomy bag and everything, and then Candy probably felt a little bit guilty.
I just started walking 6 months ago,
Yeah.
I honestly, every time a queen cries because they sent home a queen, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Get out of here with this shit. Why are you even here?
Oh,
what is this?
Why are you even here? You would be such a mean girl on your season.
You would be like Willem. You'd be like Willem.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm
so sad that I'm going to have to send all of you guys home.
Oh,
it's so great. Yeah.
I think also, you know what I also think? Is because they're cut off from the world, so they go a bit crazy, and I feel like it does. Because I've heard queens on podcasts be like, when people get sent home, it really does feel like they're dying, you'll never see them again. It's weird. Bob the drag queen talks about how she wept after Acid Betty left, and she was like, Acid Betty and I weren't friends.
Well, there's that story of who was it? It was Sasha. What's her name? Not Sasha Velour.
Sasha Bell.
Sasha Bell.
Season 7.
Sasha Bell was next. She had an adjoining room to Ginger Minge's room, and Ginger Minge sent her a note under the door and was just like, "Are you a Drag Race girl?" And then they were communicating, and then they would cuddle and watch shows because they were they needed human contact.
That is
because they were isolated for so long.
Damn.
Oh my god! But imagine if they had been caught.
Imagine the scandal.
Would they have gone disqualified like Willow?
Oh my god!
They'd be like, y'all were hugging and watching TV.
What are they gonna do to Sasha Bell? What are they gonna send her off earlier?
Yes.
I love Sasha Bell because she her whole thing when she came on season 7 was I cracked the code. I'm a super fan, and then they were like, no, girl.
Who was the other one that got sent home?
Sasha Bell? Is that the one the fans voted in?
I'm not sure actually, because they did used to do that. They used to have one queen per Penetration on season 5.
Let's look it up before we get yelled at in the comments. Bell.
Maybe
I can't remember what season she is anymore.
I remember this person, but I don't remember any contribution they had other than cuddling Ginger Minge.
Yeah, I guess and even then that was off camera. We just have to imagine it.
Who was the one that...
We haven't gone we have not come close to even the start of the episode.
Okay, let's go. Let's talk about the episode.
So the queens, they enter the workroom, new dawn,
everyone's
new day.
sad. Yeah.
Everyone's kind of bummed, but then we have at least my favorite mini challenge of all time, the reading challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the
reading challenge.
What do we think? Overall, it was kind of a lackluster reading challenge for me.
I think it was just a lot of girls don't think that they have to write jokes. I think they could just be like, "You're shit," and then everyone's just like, "Okay, no, where's the literature?
Yeah. Where's the literature?
Where's the literature? Where's the grammar?"
Where's the grammar? I want to be unpacking the reads in a university lecture hall.
Set up punchline.
I also feel
Dynamic
like
pentameter.
some of them are weak, and I also feel like some of the queens in the earlier seasons like would say anything. Like Raja literally like would point out queens that was like syphilis, and like that was her read. But they would never. I feel like queens are too scared to do shit like that now. You know.
Yeah.
Do I sound MAGA? Do I sound MAGA about drag?
You're
like they're too. This PC culture is ruining.
It's ruining the reads.
It's ruining the read challenge. Come see the reading challenge at the corner or something.
It's more like
Yuck
it doesn't
Yucks.
even hit. Yuck.
The reading challenge at Yuck Yucks.
Oh my god, shut up. If there was a reading challenge at Yuck Yucks, that show would sell out. Maybe Yuck Yucks will finally book me.
Oh,
just kidding.
shit.
I never dreamt to be booked at Yuck Yucks. I paved my own way.
The dream.
The dream.
The straight white man comedy dream. Being booked at Yuck Yucks.
You'll do it.
Both of you were a Yuck Yucks girl.
Yuck Yucks should have their own drag race.
Yuck, Mark Breslin's Drag Race.
Shut up.
We're gonna get sued.
This is too Toronto for.
Okay. Back to the mini challenge. Who was your favorite? Who was your least favorite?
Some of them that were good for me. I actually thought Gottmik wasn't that bad.
Gottmik wrote. Gottmik
won.
Got a pen and paper and wrote jokes.
Yeah, Gottmik had good jokes and also like good delivery. Like you could tell Gottmik like at least has seen some stand up, like kind of knows the delivery because like I don't know, even Candy, a queen that I love, just kind of relied on being like.
Candy did a thing that fucking RuPaul did, or at least the writers of RuPaul did, where he was just like, meh.
That's the hackiest joke you can do.
It is hack.
The hackiest joke in Drag Race reading is going, Elliot with 2 T's, meh. It's just like, oh, fuck you. Your punchline's meh, you hack. What is that?
Exactly. And also, it's like at that point, and this is me being a comedy nerd, you could actually say any mean adjective and it would break the tension and it would get a chuckle. It won't be groundbreaking. It won't be hilarious. But like, you don't have to say meh or forget it, like, because that's the hack. You could literally just say like stinky and we would get a laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You build that tension or whatever. But Gottmik, I thought actually had such like I guess got the biggest laugh with the we represent different communities, gay, trans, pug. Like that was hilarious.
Pug.
And that is like it's specific enough, but it's also like
it's accurate.
Has to be. It's accurate. It has to be true.
So you can see that, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's it.
And the best reads are like when the girl who's getting read is also laughing because she's like, oh my god,
What was your favorite Drag Race read of all time?
Oh, Brandon, that's a great question. Jacob, you go first.
I like Legs and Dairy. I also like Katya.
With Roxy's?
Roxy.
I think of you. I was going to say that one too.
That's such a good one. Legs and Dairy is good. The same read, actually, or the same.
Jujubee is one of the best.
Jujubee is the best. When Jujubee also said, Tyra, is your barbecue canceled?
Because your grill is fine.
But that was so funny. But oh my, I think my favorite one has to be Jacob as well. It's Katya to Roxy, the bus stop.
Yeah.
Wait, that is just it's so mean.
I love
it's also, so dark.
Yeah.
It's
Latrice. I can't remember who it was, but she was just like BMW. Body made wrong.
I think that might have been.
I think it was Juju. Not Jujubee.
Jiggly.
Yeah. The J names confused me.
Oh my god. Season 4 had good reads too. Oh, I will
say, as a comedian, watching Elliot with 2 T's read puts me in like the worst space. It puts me like back in all my bombs. Because you're watching that as an audience, and like a standard audience member might be like, this person's not funny. But me as a comedian, I watch that and I go, your first joke bombed, and now you have zero confidence, and you don't have the skill to come back from that.
Yeah. And he's also coming into a room that already doesn't like him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's kind of clear at this point that Elliot is the only girl who hasn't, like, made a friend. Out. Yeah, she's the odd girl out, so she's already, like... You could, because I feel like she's shy, like, and she already isn't friends with the girls, so she can't really go that far, I guess. Which I don't really feel bad for her because I feel like it's like Elliot. At this point, if it must be you, you know.
Watching her bomb, I was like, someone waved.
The worst bomb I've ever seen was
write this Oh my god.
I've never seen a prop joke bomb so badly when she
Oh.
threw that little side cape on the ground and said, "Maybe you'll get super mad and fly away." It was like, oh no!
I love all of the effort that. Have you guys ever done a prop joke before?
No, you know me, I cannot do a prop joke.
I did one once.
Well, I mean, I guess yeah, with the glitter that one time.
Oh my god, yes. I had
At the
one
theater
where
center.
I
You
would
guys
take
did
out.
one together.
We did. I had one where I would take out a rose, and then one time I did it at Glad Day, and I just pulled out the rose out of nowhere. No one knew I had it, and people lost their mind.
Wow. That is
And then,
great.
then the next time I tried to do it, I used a fake rose, and then I just like sliced my wrist. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my god!
Yeah, R.I.P.
It's also like a
comedy.
sickening reveal.
Never. Yeah, I'd be like, ugh.
You know what one of my favorite bombs on a prop type comedy bit in RuPaul
What?
history is
Oh,
okay, who's that queen? Fuck.
Silky?
I'll never.
No.
Do you remember there was like a challenge? It's like late into like Monique Hart and like that season. What season's that? Season 10?
Yeah.
Okay, it's late into season 10, I believe. And fuck, I don't remember her name. She won her snatch game, but she painted herself green for this challenge. where
Alexis Michelle.
Alexis Michelle, when she painted herself green for no reason and thought it was like some crazy inside bit, was one of my favorite bombs. Because it's like you're bombing before you've even spoken. You're covered in
I don't
bomb.
even remember that.
I remember this. So it was actually, and sorry to correct you, Jacob. I love you with all my heart. But it was season 9.
Season 9.
Oh shit!
And it
Spencer,
was-
can we pull up a picture of Alexis Michelle season 9 in green?
In green.
Let's put
Because
Spencer to work.
it was the roast of Michelle Visage.
Oh, yeah.
And Michelle Visage is like the least favorite color is green. So she painted herself green and wore green, but which is such a big bit, but she barely addressed it.
Yeah.
Like she took the mic and was just like, "Michelle, as you can see, I'm wearing your favorite color," and then like nothing. That
Michelle,
was it. It
as
was,
you can see, I'm wearing your favorite color. Because
it
she
was
spoke
so
like that
sad.
for some reason.
Yeah. And it wasn't
Your
even
favorite
like
color.
it was desperate. It was desperate.
It
But
was
it's great
desperate.
because when your joke bomb, like her joke bombed off the top. But
Yeah.
when your joke usually bombs off the top, you're able to get out of that. But when you're wearing green paint, you're fucked. That bit
it's
you're wearing your
distracting.
first bit.
It's like
I-
Elliot had to do the rest of his reads with that sad little red cape on the ground.
Oh my god.
Like imagine like Elliot's trying to make a read and he's watching all the queens, like their eyes just flicker to the floor. Like, oh, no one's gonna get rid of that cape, huh? Like, it's so upsetting. I bet he had to pick it up after.
Yeah. Do you remember when not Tyra Sanchez, the other Tyra? Is it Tyra? Wait, fuck. What's her name? Why can't I remember her name? Season 6, beautiful.
I know.
Why can't I remember
Trinity?
anything
No,
today? Trinity.
Trinity!
When
Hey,
Trinity,
Baby.
yeah, when
Oh,
Trinity was just like can't reach yourself, like whatever.
Oh yeah, when she ripped off her ponytail.
And then I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, you saved yourself.
That is
but-
that.
yeah.
Well, it's also and I feel like it's tired. Of,
Yes.
Oh my god! See, I mean, look at
I'm
that. It's
sorry,
terrible.
everyone. I can't remember anything today, but
You know what's also shameful about that costume is the green like breast cuppies
yeah.
in that dress. They're like disjointed and they're just flying about.
Remember
I remember
Elphaba? This is her now. Feel old
This
yet?
is her now. I will say, the Star of David is a touch that to me grounds it.
It grounds it.
Oh, the fact that she's wearing a Star of David.
Yeah, I'm like now I kind of like it because it's
She
like
looks like Fiona.
it does look like
Leave
I love
Fiona alone.
Leave Fiona
Category
alone.
is Fiona the house down.
Go call Shreki with the good hair.
Oh my god! Honestly, Alexis Michelle, one of the funniest like accidental villains of a season. Like never was like overtly mean, but was just kind of difficult and annoying. And like the fans were kind of like, yeah, like she's the villain of the season.
She's the villain. Okay,
I
let's
think
move
she's
on.
getting what I would like the rose edit and the Jan edit of a confident queen who's skilled but isn't
Yeah.
likable.
And you know
But
what all
has
these
all
queens
the
have in
skills.
common? They're Manhattan musical theater
The
queens.
New York, yeah.
Interesting.
And I really see this pattern I'm starting to see in the newer seasons is like they just every season they place one of these kind of like musical theater, like type A, like white twink, and it's like they're all kind of the same. Gonna rule the world.
Not your ass. What's that?
Okay, we gotta get past the mini challenge.
Okay.
So then Gottmik wins the mini challenge, and that means that she gets to pick what team she is in again. This is like a thing that Gottmik always wins, right?
Got Mick.
Or did she even win that? Am I making that up, or did Ru just?
I don't even.
She did win. I don't remember.
But you know what is when
I
Ru does
drank
assign when Ru? I also
Ooh.
when Ru assigns the teams, Tina is stuck with Elliot, and Elliot looks genuinely mad. I'm drinking water.
Oh, well, that doesn't count as drinking today.
Oh, love. The challenge is it's the reboot of Bossy Rossy.
Yes, and we love it. We, as a comedic trio, love a good improv challenge.
We love a good
improv.
We took an improv class.
We took our improv class today. We did like 3 scenes together.
We did.
Wow.
We did a lot of scenes
on
together.
Zoom.
On Zoom. And they went really well. I didn't know what to expect.
We were really funny together. And like our first, we did one scene where I was an employee at Shoppers Drug Mart, and Brandon was trying to rob the establishment. But it was so funny. And we were like, everyone was laughing. We were the stars of the class.
Yes.
We were.
Where are you doing this class?
On Zoom.
On Zoom with Bad Dog.
With the Bad Dog.
So now we're really in the improv mind, and we're ready to give a fair assessment of this challenge.
I know Ben, and Ben must have come his little tight jeans he wears when he heard that Utica's been doing improv for 4 years and is in a troupe.
I did. I came my little tight jeans when I heard. Well, but here's the thing. Because I've been doing improv for so long, I know when someone says they do improv if they're good or not just by how they say it. But when Utica was like, "Oh yeah, I do improv. I used to be in an improv troupe for like 4 years." The minute she said that, I was like, "She's bad at improv. I know it." I was like, "She's done enough improv to feel confident, but she's definitely bad." And in her confessional, she was like, "I've been known to be a bit of a scene stealer." I'm like, Utica, an improv scene is a partnership. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a back and forth.
Weren't you a scene stealer, Bet?
I was.
Something happened at Shoppers Drug Mart? Maybe Brandon was the one who really got robbed.
Not at Shoppers Drug Mart, no.
Here's the thing. Yes, I was a scene stealer.
I'm also a scene stealer, so.
But everyone else would be bad, and I'd be the only good one, so I would just be shining bright by myself. But Utica, I knew already. I was like, she's not gonna be good. I knew Tina would be good. Automatically, I'm like, yeah, Tina, this is her bag. I was excited to see Simone automatically. Oh wait, I guess we should mention what their arcs were.
Yeah.
Like Tina and Elliot, their thing was that Tina had a really big butt, and Elliot's character hated that.
Yeah.
One of them had big boobs, one had a big butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tina had a good performance, and Elliot has proven they're not very funny.
Well, Elliot was just... I don't know. It's like we know Elliot's gonna be bad, so it's like Elliot either has to be like good or like I don't know. I knew he was gonna be bad. So anything he did that was minorly funny. I was like, it won't matter.
Can I ask you guys a question? Did you guys, based on how much of Elliot's storyline and their depression they were mentioning, did you guys think Elliot was going home?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought Elliot was going home. I was sure of it.
I was sure, but also if I'm honest, that moment didn't really resonate with me. Like I think I was like on my phone. Well,
yeah, well, I was gonna say the same. I'm like I was texting. I was just looking up and being like, oh.
And I'm mental health conscious, of course, but just maybe not when it comes to Elliot with 2 T's.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it was the most humanizing moment for me with Elliot with 2 T's, and I felt bad that I had ever said anything bad about Elliot with 2 T's, and I wish the best for Elliot with 2 T's. I don't know.
Jacob is rooting for you.
He's got
Elliot,
depression with 2 S's. I get it, man. I'm not getting there.
Oh, true.
SRIs.
But here's I think we are all people we've had experience with depression with 2 S's, but I feel like we can divorce that feeling with also kind of being maybe a little bit rude or annoying, and Elliot was kind of rude and annoying. You know what I mean? And this really, you know what we did, and I might be jumping ahead just a little bit, we did kind of get some perspective on how the other queens see Elliot. And I think Tina mentioned it in Untucked, but she said that, like, when you talk to Elliot one-on-one, he's not giving his fake laugh, and he's not giving you his hey girls. So apparently Elliot, he's a fake laugher, and he gives a lot of, like, hey girl, and I think it's, like, fake to the other queens.
It's like a lot of Laganja.
It's a bit Laganja.
Back in the day.
It's a bit Laganja. And I think Elliot is, like, guarded because he doesn't have, I think we said this last time, but Elliot doesn't have a family. He's an orphan on the show.
He's an orphan.
Oh, I thought you were actually saying in real life. I was like,
you were just
oh my god, that's even worse than the depression thing.
That would be so weird if he, like, talked about his depression but didn't mention that.
That he is an orphan.
Then, like,
He was like, I'm an orphan. Has nothing to do
also,
with
my parents
depression.
died in a fire.
Yeah.
But honestly, the worst part of life is I get pretty, like, sad when it's winter. You guys get seasonal depression?
I like how you say winter.
Winter?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that
Winter.
is so regional.
Oh god.
That is so regional.
Oh,
That is
I
so
have
regional.
started to watch Drag Race UK. Side.
Could we do a
little-
UK side little?
Yeah,
Just for
let's
a
do a little
second.
UK. This episode of UK, and if you don't like UK, skip ahead a few minutes. But wow,
I didn't.
what
I've
an
only watched the
episode.
first episode.
Brandon, this season of UK, and I'm gonna maybe pitch it to people watching, maybe aren't watching the season. It is so good. This last episode, RuPaul lost it. Oh my god, thank you, Spencer. Lost it on the queens. Like, absolutely got so mad, yelled at them. He screamed at the queens to never wear H&M on the runway.
Because
He said if you do wear
RuPaul's an
H&M,
Old Navy queen.
Old Navy.
Old Navy.
What's the song again?
I don't
Hey
know.
girls, it's a holiday.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
watched Action Love for the 17th time today.
I made a commercial for it today, and I honestly watched that thing like 50 million times.
It's so funny.
Doesn't
You
it
should watch-
actually start, hey sis, it's Fleece Miss?
Shut
God.
Fleecy
Spencer.
stuff from Old Navy.
Oh my god, Spencer, this is breaking intel.
I'm
That
done. I'm done with this. I'm retiring from this.
It really is. but
Felice Smith, I'm retiring. Bye.
Felicissimus is shocking, and it's only something that RuPaul. The
Why
likes
couldn't
of
it be
RuPaul
like
would-
Feliz Navidad?
Yeah, I was
Feliz
thinking Feliz Navidad, too.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
but Old Navy that they'll polarize half of America that way. They'll
Okay,
be like, well,
back
why
to
does it have be-
UK. We gotta get.
Look, we're talking about branding and Old Navy. Okay.
UK, you have to watch it. The queens are phenomenal. We just had if any Lost fans out there, we just had a Lost level time jump.
That
in
was
the last
crazy.
episode. It was crazy. A 7-month leap in time.
And a queen went home because they got COVID.
COVID.
A queen
It happened.
sashayed away because of COVID. That's
And also-
insane.
It's the universe could not have picked a more likely queen. Like, I was like, of course it was that queen.
Oh,
Not to
yeah.
spoil it for Brandon, but I was like, of course
Don't ruin
it
it.
was.
Now I gotta fucking catch up.
But it's
You
so
gotta catch
good.
up. It's a great season. But
I-
back,
I'm-
okay, that's our
Conan
Yeah,
O'Brien,
Drag
that's
Race
what you
UK
can.
sidebar.
That's our sidebar. So let's get to Candy and Simone's improv scene.
So-
I liked it.
Yeah, I think they were the top two, and they weren't
Yeah.
they both in the top three?
I
Yeah,
think they were.
They were.
And-
I think it was funny.
I thought Candy was smart to not go over the top with this one, and I actually
Yeah.
thought she saved their challenge because a lot of groups were going over the top, and
Yeah.
she instead had a more sentimental one where they seemed to have a more grounded scene.
Yeah.
And I think that helped. There was like
There was
contrasted with what
contrast.
everyone else
Yeah,
did.
contrasting characters.
I agree. And she looked beautiful. I think Candy was so pretty in that challenge to me. And I thought she like did immediately well because she made Ross break. Like she made the host break like character essentially when she called him a little bitch right off the top.
You looked it.
Which is very if anyone's wondering what Brandon is like in an improv class, that is very Brandon Ash-Mohammed.
Wait, what am I like? I don't even know.
And it was saying like it's just like saying like you little bitch because it's very like Brandon started a scene with me today by saying I said you said look who it is or I said look who
I
it
was
is.
like, oh, look who it. You were like, look who it is, and then I was like, oh, look who it was.
That's such Brandon
Isn't that
shit.
so shit? But it was Candy was so funny and like the whole time I was like I felt myself rooting for her. Like I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like you can tell that she is like trying to like do better and just be like a like more.
She's a
well-rounded
fighter.
queen. I agree.
She's
I'm
a
like
fighter.
I'm liking. I mean, I liked Candy before, but
Me too. I like her too.
She's getting a bit
Candy.
softer around the edges. And Simone, she came into that scene, was funny right off the top. We knew she was gonna be good. Yeah. I can't really remember what she said though. If I'm honest.
She had that one joke. She changed her name.
Deborah.
I love Deborah.
Deborah was funny. But I will say, and this is no shade at all towards Simone. I think she's great. But it's really interesting, and I see this happen a lot in the seasons where the first acting challenge, the queen who like wins, they'll be like, "Oh, this is great! You were so funny," and then you kind of realize like, "Oh, like we realize that this is part of their arsenal of like maybe 2 or 3 like characters," which like I'm saying as someone who only ever plays myself on stage, so like I'm with you.
How Plastic Tiara did an Asian accent every time she had to do a comedy challenge.
I mean, like yes and
it
no.
Was a Vietnamese accent.
It was Vietnamese.
Sorry.
First of all,
Cancel me over her cancelable offense.
But I will say, but she did that as more of a crutch. I mean, like Simone knows that she is good at this character, so she kind of plays the like. You know what I mean?
Remember,
but that's why I was impressed by Candy.
It was
Candy could have done what her strength is, but instead she was like, "I think I'm talented enough that I'm not going to do that."
Especially on a Maury like talk show where like those type of characters are. It's kind of like
with those type of characters, like what my acting teacher in first year of Humber told me. He's like, "Brandon, you're a one-trick pony, but it's a really good trick."
Okay, but that is I disagree with.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah.
I have many tricks now.
You have many tricks. And I think, like, honestly, not, like, a lot of the queens were, like, super bad. Yeah. Actually, that's not true. We're going to get to it. I thought Elliot was bad in his scene with Tina, but I thought Utica was straight up awful.
I thought Utica was awful.
Utica didn't add anything and came in with, like, nothing.
And Gottmik and Olivia already had, like, a funny... Like, if we want to get improv about it, a funny game that they had established. Like, Olivia miming, Gottmik is... And that's literally like an improv game that you'd play, like, on stage. And, like, it was funny, it was working. And then Utica came and, like, derailed it so hard. And it's also such a weird thing because the queens are watching them perform. So, like, she knows how to contribute in a way that would support the scene. But instead she comes in and she's talking about Starbucks, mama?
Yeah.
I think rather than improv abilities, what seemed to be the weakness of most of the queens was understanding character and how scenes work. And
just story.
Yeah, just like understanding who a person, like, what would be funny for the character Utica is to be. Like, to like Starbucks, it made no sense that, like, that was who she was within the scene.
It really did. It also was, like, the look was already funny, so I was like, "Oh, she's gonna be great! Like this is a character she."
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm so excited!"
Yeah, but it really was just Utica.
It was like
Utica. But I wanted to mention this before, but I forgot. It kind of came out before when the queens were assigning roles that Olivia might be according to Tina, a secret diva. Because Olivia, and I was rooting for Olivia in this moment when she was like, I kind of want this part. And Utica was like, I also want this part. And then Olivia was like, well, I want this part. And then she got it. I thought that was great.
I felt really bad for Utica.
Do you think if Utica got the mime part, she would have been better? Or do you think she would have been just as bad?
I feel like I don't know. I can see Utica doing that part, and Utica likes to do that weird stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, I think Utica might have been
hard
better,
that it's hard to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also like the queens have read her for being like too like big with her body or whatever, too like kooky wooky, and I feel like that mime part would be very that. So like the judges, it wouldn't like impress the judges to see Utica go like they'd be like, yeah, we see you do that on the runway all the time.
We know.
Yeah. It would have been better for her to come and play like a grouchy person or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking about what would be better for her. But I don't know. I don't really care.
Like, part of you wants to think, wow, I feel bad for Utica because they wanted that role. Olivia got the role and Olivia won. So part of you goes, well, if Utica had that role, she'd probably win. But Utica did so bad in her role that I don't think she would have done that great.
I agree.
Should have been Black China.
Understanding of the scene just wasn't there, it seemed.
No.
Should have been Black China.
I thought Gottmik was surprisingly good. If I was like Gottmik's improv teacher, I'd have just told them to like play up whatever, that like their kind of therapist-y role, because it was there, like there was stuff that Gottmik was doing that was like Gottmik's onto something. Like I see what Gottmik's getting at, but I just wanted it to be a little bit more. I thought she was great and pretty. I
And
love
pretty. What did you
She's
think?
so pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we had
Lala
Rose
Reese. Yeah.
and Lala Ree.
Yeah.
And what the fuck?
And
Denali.
Denali.
Boom.
Denali.
Yes,
I smoke a lot of weed.
Okay, can I also say something? I
Yeah,
smoke
go
a
for
lot.
it.
I smoke a lot.
I used to smoke a lot of weed.
Come back.
Oh, come back.
We miss
You
you.
want me to have another mental breakdown? No.
No, I don't want.
No.
I think this group, Denali, Rose, and Lellery, going first, I think in any comedy lineup it's hard because I feel like Denali and Rose, especially, like they were genuinely good. I thought they worked well together. They like had a thing going. They were like vibing off each other. But unless you're gonna be like so good, the judges will just forget you, I think. You know? And I thought that was kind of sad because I could tell Denali and Rose are like hungry for a win. You could tell.
Yeah.
They're like angry all the time, but they haven't won a challenge yet. They're like furious.
If you put them third or fourth, I think Rose would have won this week.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think Denali also with her outfit as well, because her outfit was very.
Really
we'll
well.
get to that. I think they could have been in the top. And also, we'll get into it with what happened with lip sync. But also, Denali, was she bad? I don't think so. Was she great? No. She was just kind of like fine and unmemorable. But I really didn't think I thought Utica and Elliot were the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't understand why Denali thought she did great, though.
No, Denali didn't kill it. She just did like a good job.
Yeah, she did a fine job.
But what about Lala Ree? No one's talking about
Lala Ree kind of ended up fading into the background, I think.
Lala Ree had
Yeah.
such a good... Lala Ree was playing Ayanla Vincent and could have just done that character so much more justice. There's so much that she could have done, and I was disappointed to not see that.
Also, kind of blew my mind that she like told us what she'd been watching in her hotel room. You know what I
What
mean?
was she watching?
Yeah, that was
She said she was like
interesting
watching
insight.
she was like, I've been watching like Martin Lawrence movies in my hotel room, and I was like, I don't know, for some reason I was like, what, are you allowed to tell us what you do there? Like,
They're allowed to watch
crazy.
movies and stuff, and they're allowed to watch TV.
See, that is wild to me but they're not allowed to watch like the news.
Can you imagine they're only allowed to watch Martin Lawrence movies?
They're only allowed. They're only allowed.
They're only allowed to watch
It's like,
that.
well, we've all only watched Martin Lawrence movies. That's just part of the deal.
It's that and RuPaul movies as well.
All of Martin.
And AJ and the Queen.
AJ and the Queen.
Ruby is red hot. She's got
That
what
song.
I got.
That song.
Is this?
The song that they use in every single scene changeover.
was
There
so
was no
funny.
variety. Like, remember with the Hannah Montana scene change music? It was like varied in like pitch and like thing. Ow, wow, wow, wow. I know.
Or then when it would be kind of like a more dramatic thing, they'd be like,
Ow, wow, 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 wow.
but
Like, I
AJ,
need a translator sometimes. I'm like, I have no idea.
Hannah
what's going on.
Montana.
you know
Okay.
Hannah Montana.
I
But
loved
Jacob,
Hannah Montana.
The scene change music.
AJ and the Queen was RuPaul's Netflix show that got canceled.
Yeah, I
after
know
one
that, and I know
season.
Hannah Montana is.
But
We're talking about the scene change music.
because there's a song that they always play, and it's called Ruby. I think it's called Ruby is Red Hot.
Ruby is red hot.
The character
Dun, dun,
RuPaul
dun,
plays is
dun,
called
dun.
Ruby,
Ruby red.
which I only realized halfway through. I was like, oh, it's also kind of like a variation off of Ru.
Yeah, Rue.
And she always wore red wigs because the Ruby.
Ruby.
Red.
I have a cousin named Ruby. Shout out Ruby Balshin.
Oh my god!
I miss
hi,
you, Ruby.
The
Wait,
best.
you know
Legendary.
Ruby?
I know
For
Ruby.
real?
She's my cousin.
I know everyone.
that's wild.
Do you
Does she
know
have red?
Ruby?
Does she have red hair?
No, I don't know Ruby.
No, she doesn't
Ruby.
have red hair.
Jacob's
Not
jealous.
yet.
Or Brandon's jealous because I met Jacob's mom and he didn't.
It is true.
I'm gonna
it's
freaking get you.
true.
I will
gonna get
never
you.
forget. I will literally never forget that day.
I will never forget.
Did we
I don't know.
cover all the main?
I think. I guess. I will say that Elliot and Tina, or no, this is actually what I wanted to say, is it was interesting, and I don't think we've ever seen this before, where the queens were like watching and providing commentary along with the performances. And I will say, the editors really were like, we're only going to show what Candy says. It was just Candy.
I think Candy doesn't shut the fuck up.
There's so much to work with Candy.
Yeah.
But surely there must have been, like, surely Denali must have said something, you know what I mean? But they don't care, you know what I mean? They're like, after every scene, it was Candy being like, I think so-and-so was holding back, or so-and-so was outshining. And I was like, this is great. I love Candy, but, like, what does Rosé think? I mean, I don't really care.
I don't want to be the guy, but I read into that stuff, and that just means to me that Candy's going to go further than Denali.
Jacob, here's the thing. This is where being a straight man and kind of being numbers and statistics savvy.
Yeah, I kind of am like numb
This
to
is
it.
ESPN brain.
I know. It is ESPN brain. It's like, well, the stats match up, and Denali's not getting the play time. Candy is. They want you to like Candy. They don't.
You got ESPN. You got ESPN.
This is Moneyball. Yeah.
It's screen time.
Okay, like...
I honestly, in this episode, Denali realized she's not going to be the star of the show.
Oh.
And she is rattled.
In that moment in Untucked, she literally, it was her epiphany, and she metaphorically and she physically, she walked away.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later. So,
no, sorry. I'm sorry. I got
Jacob. I just was about to say, Jacob,
You fucking left us.
I was about to say, I love your energy.
I love your energy too.
I love both of your energies.
Oh my god, stop. So then the queens are done. The challenge, it ends with the cops being called, and it's revealed that Bossy Rossy was hosting this talk show on strangers' property. So they had to run. They had to.
Oh no!
They were running. It was fun.
Oh no!
And that stranger was Martin Lawrence.
I thought you were gonna be like, that stranger was Martin Luther King, and I was just like, what? I was like, what are you doing, Jacob?
I was not gonna do that.
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
On a very special Black History Month episode. Of
Oh my god.
That's so funny. Martin Luther King. But RuPaul would do something like that.
He would.
Oh my god, that's so funny. But then it's the runway. And
the runway.
Can I say, I actually rewind because I missed the run. I didn't get it at first, what the runway theme was, until I watched it again.
Yeah,
beat it. And who was first? Was it Denali?
Denali, I think, was first with her chandelier.
I thought it was really pretty. I was like, yes, Denali. But can I say something?
You can always say something.
I do love Denali, and she's my hermana, and I love her so much. Nothing but the best for her. But like, even when she's wearing something so elaborate, there's just something missing. There's something missing.
I think Denali's just like, I'm pretty. Well, when you would see somebody like Bob or even like Naomi would sell the whatever.
Yes,
you don't see that. You don't see that. Priyanka would sell everything that she wore on the runway.
Yeah, it's not enough to just have your hands on your hips and be walking fierce. Like, I feel like they need to be, and this is why I think All-Star seasons are always a bit more exciting, because like I feel like the queens need to realize when you're on camera, you have to be like, you got to be a little bit more stunning as a drag queen.
They had time to study themselves.
Never done drag all my life. Be more stunning.
Be more stunning.
Okay. But I thought it was a good look, but I was like, I think about a queen like Naomi, and I'm like, if Naomi's interpretation of that chandelier look would be a million times better.
Well, it's not just like, sis, put your hands, like, be a chandelier. Like, ooh, where's the movement? Like, ooh, we want to see some dangling. Okay? I'm Jay Alexander, okay?
Maybe
your runway coach.
What's that, Jacob?
Have a light.
Have a light,
yeah. That would have been good. Like a little fake, like, fire.
Yeah, like something like that. Like a little battery-powered light that you turn on somehow. You pull a string.
Oh, that would have been good.
Light switch.
The string could have been in her ass. So it would be like tongue-in-cheek. So she'd be like, beep, and then they were like, ooh.
And then she'd act like all horny after,
Yeah.
like she's getting fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she would take her cum and throw it in RuPaul's
Yeah.
face.
And RuPaul would be like,
Say, you
"Mm,
fucking like that, you little
some
slut."
pun on chandelier.
And then it would be dripping off the sides of their plastic barriers.
And
can't
that's how you
chandelier
improv
her.
according to Bad Dog Theater.
Ah! Woof, woof, mama. But who's next on the runway? It's
Do you really remember that?
I don't.
I don't know how you remember that. That's wild, Ben. You
wait.
remember Order?
what? No, I don't.
Okay, who was
I was
next?
literally asking.
I don't remember. Honestly, in the future, I'm going to start sending Spencer all the pictures of all the queens. That way we can go through and look at them.
Let's just say next is Gottmik in her red anal bead.
Oh, I love that look.
That was good. Her
We've
makeup.
seen
looks
that
so
look
cool.
before somewhere.
Have we?
Latrice.
Latrice.
It's the same designer who does like latex balls.
Yeah.
Stuff. But I thought Gottmik looked great. Yeah, I thought she looked great.
Latex Balshin. Yeah.
And it
That's
was
his
very
other
kind of
cousin.
like latex Balshin.
That's
Anal ball.
Jacob's other cousin. Yeah.
Latex,
Have-
Balshin, Latex, and Ruby.
Ruby's brother. Latex.
Ruby's brother, Latex.
Jacob, you should become a fetish queen named Latex.
Oh,
Latex
no.
Balshin.
Latex Balshin. That is like a good. That's kind of. There's a
Latex Balshin
Yeah.
as my drag name.
Latex
Yeah.
Balshin.
I still have to
And you're
come up
always
with
in,
one,
like,
eh?
a latex suit with an apple in your mouth, like a little piggy.
Ooh.
That's not kosher.
That's not kosher, and that'll be your thing.
Ooh,
That'll
ooh.
be your thing. They'll be like, "Oh, oink for me, piggy," and you'll be like, "No, ma'am." That's not kosher.
It's not kosher.
What do you think about that?
I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to reject this idea.
We'll come up with another idea.
Yeah, I'm not this guy, guys.
That's
Look,
I don't think
we're
this is my
coming up with
identity
stuff
as
for
a
you,
queen,
okay?
But I like it. This is why I can't do improv, because I don't yes and. I don't have the
Can
yes
I say,
and
it's
in
not
me.
even all about the yes and. Sometimes it can be about a maybe. Sometimes it can be about a maybe later. You know what
Maybe
I mean?
later.
Maybe later.
Me as an improv teacher. Okay.
I would
so
love
who's
to
next?
teach improv. Oh my God.
I'd be great. I would love to teach the queens improv. That would be so funny.
Oh, wow. If you were
I would-
like their Todrick Hall of improv.
Oh, that would be so funny. Except maybe not Todrick. More of a
And they're
Carson.
gonna introduce you and they're like, Ben Sosa Wright, and they're gonna be like, yay!
Like, remember, what season was it? Season 3, where they had that actress from that sci-fi show Caprica that no one had watched, and they're like, "It's Alessandra Torresani from Caprica," and the show literally had not come out yet, so all the queens are just kind of like,
Let's be honest, Ben. You could easily be a guest on Drag Race Canada.
"I can't."
There is totally a possibility.
Well,
They'll
who
have
knows?
like fucking. They're gonna start scouting open mics, like for like special guests.
Oh my god.
I was like, that was the one season where I was like, I don't know who some of these people are.
Well, they had such a weird hodgepodge. I mean, we can't get into talking about.
Yeah,
Let's
sorry.
Let's not talk about this right now.
Yeah, sorry.
talk about
Let's
I'm
not
off track.
You bitch. You
I'm
bitch
an
and
idiot.
freak.
Bitch.
So next on the runway is, let's say it's Lala Ree in her Mardi Gras bead, big Donna Summers hair.
I liked it.
I like it.
It was
I
glamorous.
like it. I like it, but I was
Underwhelmed?
The thing is, it's like
It could have been bigger.
it could have been bigger. It's like again,
Mardi Gras.
It's like, if it's gonna be Mardi Gras, where's the headdress? You know,
It's a Mardi Gras. We
we
want
need
to
more
see
jewelry,
more.
right? Or
Wanna
even
see
it's like,
more.
especially after Denali comes out as a chandelier, it just like we can't help but compare.
She should have thrown some beads at the judges like they do in Mardi Gras.
See, that's the thing, and Brandon, this goes back to what you're saying about selling the garment. She needs to sell the
Selling
feel
the
of
garment. Not just have a garment, have a concept.
Brandon, bury that. But she looked gorgeous. I
She
love.
looked amazing.
I love.
I loved it. She was beautiful. She was beautiful.
And next on the runway is Simone. I mean, gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Love it. Love the African.
Great.
Zulu tribe.
Beads spelt her name. That's peak.
I'm
that-
gonna do that. I'm gonna
it's
do that.
peak Drag Race like branding on the
When
run.
I get braids again, I'm gonna do that.
You
should
should.
wear the Simone outfit, Brandon. I would fucking love to see you in like a full like beaded tank,
It would look good.
like crop top.
You really
It would
would.
look good.
You should get one, and it'll have like all your friends' names on it, like mine and stuff.
I love that you want your name on it. That's why you said all your friends, but you just want your name on it. That's what you.
I want to be part of it.
That's what you want. Just want his name on it.
And it'll be like the skyline of Toronto, and it'll say the 6.
The 6.
You should
And
be able
Ben.
to buy the outfits.
And
Can you
then-
imagine if
probably.
you could buy the outfits? Like they had a price on the screen every time someone walked out, and you could
They
just
should
buy
do
it.
that if they were like.
Some queens do that. Like after a couple years after they'll season, they'll sell their looks and be like, "Remember this look that I won a challenge in?"
Yuha used to sell all her outfits.
Yuha Hamasaki.
Yeah.
She's an
There's
icon.
3 outfits she wore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob, you are so shady. I love it.
She
Wait.
sold all 3.
Sold all 3.
I sometimes watch her YouTube channel, Yuha's Bootleg Fashion Opinions.
She scares me.
Ooh.
She's very loud. you
She's
know?
very scary. And then on Sibling Rivalry, they're always just like, Yuha's the weirdest person I've ever met. And I was
Bob,
like, I
yeah,
believe
Bob.
it. I
Bob
believe
tells
it.
that story all the time about how Yuha and Bob, the drag queen, went on a date, and like Yuha wouldn't stop talking shit or something, and like that's the story. But I think Bob would probably be a messy person to go on a date with. You know,
Me too.
we got 2 big personalities. We're all comedians here. We got it. But next on the runway is Tinta Burnter. And I literally forget what her look was. What was it?
I think
Was
it
it red?
wasn't red and yellow. That's
It
all
wasn't?
I remember about it. I don't think it was.
I'm trying to remember.
See, this is so funny. The moment it's not red and yellow, we can't remember.
But honestly, like if we can't remember, that says a lot.
Oh my god, what? Now this is actually shocking me. This has never happened to me before. I can easily look, my phone's right here, but
I couldn't
apparently-
remember
doesn't
half
want
the
to.
looks.
I'm
If
like
half
looking
the
it up.
queens murdered my mom last night, they would have gotten away with it. I could not.
You'd be like,
tell
I don't
you
know who
half
that
of
was.
them wore.
Well, should we just skip Tina Burner? Is that shady?
I don't know. In the future, I will send Spencer photos of every outfit.
Well, here's the thing. I'm creating this problem for myself. Like, I can easily check, but I just don't. Part of my brain.
I don't
is
even
saying,
know how
"I'm
to.
father." I don't think. I think
Just
as
on
a met-
Instagram or something. Ugh.
as a,
I'm
I
gonna
think
look it
probably
up.
her Instagram. But even then, I just don't. Do we want to find out what it is? It won't be worth it. We'll just be disappointed in the end. You know. It's almost a fool's errand at this point to find out.
I wonder
what
if
she
Tina
wants.
Turner knows about Tina Burner. I wonder what she thinks.
No, definitely not.
Oh.
Definitely not.
Okay, Tina Burner wore like a clown jester type.
Oh, yeah, she had,
outfit,
like,
and
the
she pulled her
boobs, the
Oh,
boobs.
with the Mardi
Yeah.
Gras. And here's the thing: her wig was orange, right?
I believe I was at the
Yeah.
red.
That's what I thought. You know what? Tina Burner made me laugh this episode when they read her, when Simone was like, "How much Tina have you actually burned, bitch?" And then she pointed to her new fake teeth. That was fun.
What does that mean?
Tina's
It means
like
that-
crystal meth.
Tina's crystal. Oh, you didn't know this, Jacob?
It means like
This is a
smoking
moment.
crystal.
I love that we get to teach. Jacob
Okay,
this.
okay, Jacob.
okay.
If a guy ever messages you late at night and
On
it's just
Grindr,
like
on Grindr.
PMP,
PMP.
that means
PMP.
that they want to do meth and have sex. So don't
They don't
go.
do that. Or if they have
You guys
capitalized.
abbreviated that?
Yes, and if they
That's
have
happening
capitalized.
so often. We've abbreviated it.
It's a huge problem in the gay community.
Wow.
And
It's an
there are-
epidemic.
It's
not
an
a
epidemic,
pandemic.
and if there are capital T's in your grinder profile, it means that you have Tina, which is crystal meth, my dear.
Oh, I
And
didn't know that.
one of the side effects of meth usage, if you do it often enough, is it could start to erode your teeth. So when Tina pointed to her veneers, it was kind of a funny omission of like I'll never tell. I thought it was really funny. It was a really like.
Oh, I thought it was oh, I haven't done it. Look at my teeth. I don't know.
Why do gay
But I'm
people
innocent.
like math?
Well, straight people do it too.
Why do gay people like
Straight people
math?
like meth too.
This
Because
is why the gays are ruining the kids. They're all doing math.
We do meth. We
They're
do meth because
listening to the rock and roll.
we don't listen to rock and roll. We listen to Dua Lipa. And we do meth. We do meth because we
I love
hate
Dula Peep.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Dula Peep. I think we do meth because we hate ourselves. But I've never done meth personally.
I've never done meth.
Interesting.
Oh, actually, no.
Is it like? Does it?
I'm joking.
Is there like a
Actually, no.
connection between like fucking?
It makes you horny.
And...
Yeah, it's like a sex
Okay.
party drug. It's a sex party
Interesting.
drug. I've
I'm
never
not done
done.
meth.
I've
I'm
never
not
done
done
meth. However, if anyone, maybe I'll get a PO box. If anyone wants to send me edibles.
Edible
Marijuana?
Like
meth?
meth edible?
No, like marijuana.
Like,
what's
what
a
are they
meth-
making
methables?
chilies to make meth now? You're just edibles meth. You're eating
Yeah,
like a chocolate chip meth cookie.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, these are meth
I used to
cookies.
take Adderall, which is kind of like meth.
I used to take Ritalin and Concerta.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
isn't Adderall? It's an amphetamine.
Yeah, it's like meth. I used to get fucked.
Wow.
It's the highest
I've
I've ever
never
been
done
when
it.
I was
No,
like
I've done.
12.
I took Adderall. That's what people used to snort Adderall at my high school.
Rosedale.
Rosedale.
Ooh, that was a good time.
Really? I'm learning
Yeah.
from you, Brendan.
Yeah,
just
thank
from
you,
watching.
thank you.
Okay, let's get back to the runway. We
Okay.
have a couple. I feel like Candy Muse looked really pretty.
She did. She looked amazing. She had that like
Looked
Cardi
amazing.
B. Like,
Yeah.
like that hair.
Gorgeous crystal beads, dripping, dripping, dripping. I thought it was a really moving moment when Ross was like, "You look beautiful," and Candy was like,
Yeah. Oh my god.
because Candy's like a very pretty queen. I think a lot of her looks up until now have kind of been a little bit rough around the edges, but I'm like, Candy, I love to see you standing in your light, looking gorgeous.
Looking beautiful and gorgeous.
Oh
I
wait,
see.
Utica's look.
What was
I'm gonna say something. It was not in with the theme. It was not a beaded look. That was a wedding dress, and she wore a couple of pearl necklaces. I don't.
because
I
they
think
have like the pearl. I don't know.
I'll
I
show
think
she
you a
should've
wedding
been-
dress and a couple pearl necklaces. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I think she should have been run for. I think
Oh
she
my
should have been run
God.
for. And I thought she should have been in
Jacob.
the bottom. Jacob, you are twisted. You are a pervert. The word pervert is so gross.
Jacob, did you give somebody a pearl necklace? Have you done
Did
that?
I? Is that when
Have
you
you?
come on a girl's neck?
Yeah,
No. What's the
No.
fun in that? That sounds so stupid.
I don't know.
Have you given a guy a pearl necklace?
No.
I've given a girl like a pearl belly button ring.
Ew.
Okay.
Some pearl face
Have you
piercings.
have you ever given a girl a toe necklace?
A toe
A
necklace.
toe necklace. A pearl toe.
Oh
Pearl
god. A pearl.
A pearl coat. Like because nails. Like, yeah.
I've given a girl a BlackBerry pearl. It's when you take out her phone and you come on it.
My God. You come in the middle of it, in the exact center of it.
Yeah, like and it forms into a ball, and that
It goes
becomes
into
the
a ball.
stylus.
Yeah.
Have you ever given someone a Curse of the Black Pearl, which is when you come on a DVD of Pirates of the Caribbean
Curse of the
and you
Black
give
Pearl.
it and you give it to them as a gift?
You just come in it and then you close it and then you
Yeah.
You
return
shove
it
it
into
into DVD player.
Blockbuster.
And it gets stuck.
Yeah.
It crystallizes.
What's wrong with
inside.
us? Gorilla
This
glue.
is nasty.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is not. Jacob, is this advertised as like a nasty podcast?
I
You
don't
should advertise-
know.
Are we
I
shock
rated
jocks?
R.
Oh my god.
I don't think I can do a podcast where I don't talk. Like I don't have like clean ability. I'm not CBC friendly.
I think I'm
not even
CBC.
CBC friendly, and I always get in so much trouble for the things I say on the shows.
I love. They're
Talking
gonna
about foreskin restoration and stuff.
foreskin restoration,
Yeah.
like getting your foreskin back.
Yeah, there's like this like stretching tool that some guys use, and it stretches out your foreskin, and then it comes back, and then all of the feeling or
Yeah.
whatever comes back.
Do you
It's
both
in that
resent?
John Wilson episode. How
Do
to
you
with
both
John
res-
Wilson?
Do you both resent me because I have foreskin and you both don't?
Yeah, I'm so resentful. I'm so mad. I stay up all night and I think about it, and I'm like, "Boy, this bird have his foreskin. I'm gonna steal it, and I'm gonna take it." Yeah,
When they wake up,
Why don't we share it?
yeah, we'll share it. We'll be like
Yeah.
Sisterhood of the
Yeah.
Traveling Hood.
That's
Brother-
actually kind of that's actually kind of beautiful.
Yeah. The Traveling Hood
It's like United Colors of Benetton,
Yeah.
but like United Colors of,
Of-
D.
We
Been a
like send each
foreskin.
other like letters. We send each other like in-depth letters about our life with the foreskin. We like mail
Oh
it
my-
to each other.
That is so
We'll
beautiful.
mail it to each other. I
Oh
love
my
it.
God.
I love it.
When shows open again, we just pass each other the letters at Comedy Bar.
We're just like,
It's your turn. Oh my God. But anyway, so then the judges, they dole out the criticisms, and the tops and the bottoms of the week are Simone's at the top, along with Candy, and along with Olivia.
Oh no, not Gottmik. Sorry.
Gottmik,
Bad.
Tina, Rose, and Denali are all
Are
safe.
safe.
Denali and Rose are visibly pissed off. You could tell they're angry. Oh, we missed Rose's look. Rose wore that. It was like the.
I
beat of
loved
the-
Rose's look.
I
I
thought
thought
that was
Rose
really
should have been
cool.
the top. Denali was like talking about being the top and being disappointed, and I didn't agree with
Yeah.
it. But Rose, I actually thought should have been in the top.
Yeah, me
Rose,
too.
yeah, she could have been on the top. If she had won, I would have been like, really? But then the bottoms are Brandon. Okay, I offended Brandon once again. F Mia, I guess. But then the queens who are in the bottom are Utica, Lala Ree, and Elliot with 2 T's. Who do you think was the worst out of those 3?
Utica, Elliot with 2 T's, and
I'm
Lalaurie. I was hoping Utica would be safe. I felt really bad for
Really?
Utica. I did think they deserved to be in the bottom, but I was happy they were safe.
Why?
Ultimately, I think Utica has somehow. This is the thing that people who watch sports say. They say that if a career played out several different times, the what you're currently watching is the worst timeline their career would have had. And I think if this season played out several times, this current season is the worst Utica would have done. Like how it's going for them, like how this challenge with the fact that they wanted to be the mime didn't work out, with the challenge where I thought they beat Gottmik and they lost to Gottmik. That didn't work out. Like, I just think they've had little tiny things happen where it just hasn't gone their way.
But can I say something? Can I
Go
say
for it.
something?
Say it.
And this is when your little world of sports collide. It actually does not mesh; it collides in a radical and I might say violent way. Because
volcanic,
because I
tectonic.
think what held Gottmik from doing so well every time was the fact that part of her personality rubs the judges the wrong way. Like the judges have often been like, yeah, like we really like Gottmik, but like she's like a bit annoying. You know what I mean? She's almost like giving too much on the runway, or like Ru has been like she does that shtick too much. And I feel like when you have that working against you, even if she did get the mime part, I'm sure she would have done something that the judges would have been like, but Utica, tone it down a bit, girl. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But that's just me. Jacob, that is just me. And
That's
I don't
just
want this
you.
to come between our
That's
friends.
just you.
Honestly, I'm done with the podcast after that.
No!
Goodbye.
But I will
I break my fucking laptop.
Utica she's a good queen. And I used to not like Utica, and I went from not liking Utica to not minding her.
She's a good queen, but she needs to edit. Like what they said,
I
that she
think
needs
she's
to
a
edit.
good queen. I think you're
I
wrong.
think
Edit,
I think
and
she'll be perfect for an All-Stars.
She needs some polishing, and she'll be good.
But then Miss Olivia wins the challenge. Oh, we also didn't talk about Olivia's look. It was pretty.
It was pretty.
Anyway, she won the challenge. Did we think she deserved to win?
Yeah, she was so
I
good
thought
as a
so.
mime.
She was
I
really
thought she
good.
was good. I thought she really understood how to amp up the scene. She did great.
And the judges truly love her. She radiates beauty on that stage, and the judges all, respond to it every episode. It seems they're always like Olivia, thank you for just showing up, girl. We love you. I'm not mad at it.
I'm
I
not
think
mad
she's
at
great.
it too.
And I feel like part of me, and maybe I'm making this up, but I thought Simone thought that she would have won.
Yeah, I think Simone was a little mad that she didn't win. A
I
little
thought
sad.
Simone could have won very easily.
I thought Simone could have won too because she was really funny, and I thought both Olivia and Simone's runway looks were great, but I thought Simone's had a bit more of a wow factor, I guess, and I think Simone was like, maybe I got this.
Yeah, Simone had a really good runway, but
She really
Yeah.
did, and she'll never have a bad one.
yeah,
I feel like we're coming. It's like I love when you have a queen where I'm like, yes, I can't wait to see what they wear. I know it's gonna be good.
But I think even though Simone didn't win, she stays the front runner. Like the fact that even in a week
Yeah.
where you're not winning, you pretty much almost won. It's like, all right.
It does say something that Olivia, she won her second challenge in a row, and still I'm like, but yeah, I know she's not gonna win. You know what I mean?
I don't think either of those wins were significant. Like they weren't like.
What was her? Oh, the disco one. Yeah.
I think she could be a
performances that you
secret.
look back on as like
I
iconic.
think she could be a secret. She could be like a little secret.
I do. I
I think she
love.
could be top 4.
Yeah, I think she could be a top 3.
I think so. And
Because
like,
we don't
you
even
know
know what she's capable of at this point. She keeps like the mime thing. She's like, I don't know.
I think she purposely holds back like
Yeah.
what she's good at. Like I feel like she's not showing all her cards, which I think is a great strategy. And the bottom, because as I hold a lot of cards close to my chest, because I don't want anyone to know that I actually am great at singing.
Can we hear a little bit?
No.
we just did earlier.
Maybe
I love
said
how
there.
Jacob looks so disappointed, but I kind of love to make him angry. It's like, now I know that you're invested in me, Jacob.
I am invested.
This is negging.
This is negging.
This is
Okay,
negging.
so we end
You're a
up
pickup artist.
with the bottom 3 and
Lala
Utica's
Ree.
safe and
Oh,
Lala
yeah.
Ree and Elliot with
I-
2 T's and must lip sync.
With 2 T's, must lip sync with 1 L.
I don't want Lalaurie to be there.
And I didn't want Lala Ree to be in there. I wanted to be Utica and Elliot.
Me
You
That
guys
was my
also,
dream. I wanted it. I wanted Utica and Elliot.
I will say Utica bombed harder than Lala Ree, but Lala Ree seemed like a fish out of water. Like they didn't know where the camera was. They didn't. When they weren't saying a line, they weren't performing. They were like looking around.
They were
And-
dropping character each
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Jacob. Here's the thing. This is where I'm like, oh my, Jacob is a Dom dad, because I'm like, I agree with everything you just said, because it's
and
true.
That's not acceptable to have on television. Like as
That is
if
so-
you're the network,
Wow.
you're like, we can't have someone on TV who doesn't understand TV. Like
Yeah.
they
It
look
was just
bad.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
It was kind of frustrating for her to like. Her face was like too raw. It's like we didn't even see, like she was speaking and we couldn't even see her mouth, and that's like frustrating. And like, yeah, at least Utica was like cheating out.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's just that's like one reason I
Jacob-
would say Lola.
you are very strong and very smart.
I think I just watched the show from a very different perspective. I have very little at stake.
But I really, this lip sync, I will say, kind of shocked me.
It shocked
I
you.
thought the moment it started, I was like, well, my girl Lala Ree's got
Lalaurie
this.
gonna win.
But
But then
she
remember,
didn't-
Miss Elliott has
Dance background.
And Elliot kind of did well.
She did really amazing.
I was proud of Elliot. I
Yeah.
was,
I
that
was
was
like, damn,
the defining
Elliot.
moment of
I
the
was like,
season
Elliot,
so far.
Bring that
Yeah.
to other things.
Yeah,
Now these girls know who you are, and I hope that gives you something, some kind
it
of.
was. Yeah,
boost.
that was like. It's probably the best moment of the show Elliot will have. Let's be real. It's not like Elliot's gonna slay Snatch Game after this. You know, it's so. I think
Elliot's
that,
gonna go home next week because they can't do comedy. If is Snatch Game next week?
I actually don't know.
Who do you think
I don't
Elliot
know.
will play in Snatch Game?
Ooh,
Barbara
good
Walters.
question.
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman.
Jacob, who would we all play in Snatch Game?
I
Okay,
can't do
yeah.
impressions. My best impression is the old guy from Family Guy. So I would be the old pedophile from Family Guy, who is a
Hey,
cartoon.
do it, do it,
Pervert.
do it, do it, do it.
Hey, Chris, you want to go to the apple orchard? with
Where's
me?
the whistles?
Does he whistle?
Yeah,
He has like a whistle.
he's like, "Oh, I can't."
He has like a hiding closet whistle.
Chris, you want to go to the apple orchard with me today?
You got the tone. You just need
I
the
can't.
whistles.
But that sentence had no whistle space.
Yeah.
Give me some. She sells seashells by the seashore. I don't know.
I
Well,
love
who
it.
would you guys be? I'm
I
the
would-
old pedophile from Family Guy. Who are you, Ben?
Honey, I would be myself. I have nothing to hide. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to play little games, okay? I'm here to be me, and I'm here to keep it 100 all the time. So I would be myself.
Cop out.
Okay, I would be Fifi Dobson.
Wow.
Are you ready to
There's
be ready to be my everything? Boyfriend. Punk. Fuck Avril Lavigne. I hate her.
Fuck Avril.
Is Phoebe Dobson famous?
No, but
She's like Canadian.
oh, I love her. I love her. She was big in America for like a millisecond. She was on All That.
Yes.
Remember?
Love all that. Oh my god! But the lip sync, I thought. And
I
here's
thought it
what
was a
I'll
great
say.
one.
It was a great lip sync, and I said this before. I'll say it again. The best lip syncs are the ones where like both of them are doing great,
Yeah.
and it's like a tough call. Even though I will say, as a LaLaurie fan, I will say Elliot was the clear winner, especially towards the end. It was kind of like, okay, Elliot's got this, but LaLaurie is good, and they complemented each other.
I thought LaLaurie was gonna like bring out like the big guns, and I was just like, oh, LaLaurie, you could do that too and better. But then I
Don't
was
you
just like,
guys
oh,
think
LaLaurie
Lala
did
was
too.
checked out?
Yes, Jacob. Because let's skip back Untucked, because she checked out and Untucked, and you could see it. Like she literally was like slumped in her chair, like
She was
over
like,
it.
I want to go home.
And the queens were like, I feel like we've seen, like, I think to LaLaurie's lip sync with Denali in the first episode, LaLaurie like could kill it whenever she wants, but she wasn't the LaLaurie we know her to be.
I think after you start to realize you're not, like, when you go on a show like that, you go in with an ego, and I think once that gets broken down, you don't know what to do.
Yeah,
I think once you start losing constantly and you're trying your best and like that's not good enough, and you see like these queens around you succeed, I think you kind of give up after a while.
Your
yeah,
heart breaks.
It'd be hard not to. Like,
yeah.
if I was in that circumstance, comedy wise, it'd be hard not to give up eventually.
Yeah, and also it's like improv, like if you don't do it, or even just like being on camera doing stuff like that, memorizing lines, like that stuff is already nerve wracking, even if you have experience doing it. But if you have like zero experience or like little experience before you go on the show, it must be like so
Terrifying.
yeah. Like I'm sure LaLaurie, there must be a part of her that's like, I do not want to go through another one of these stupid little challenges, and I get it. I don't like to do anything. Jacob agrees. Truly, I would not hate to do all the challenges.
I would be on Bossy Rossy.
Actually, yeah, Bossy Rossy would be fun. And actually, I would love to be in a Rusical.
In a Rusical?
Oh, I would not be in a
I
Rusical.
Wait, they're
would
doing a
win
Rusical next episode. That's what they're
Ooh.
doing.
Oh, okay.
It's social media, the Rusical. I just remembered that.
All right,
Jacob, that was such a
let's get to Untucked, and then let's wrap this bad boy up.
End this.
Let's end this girl. Untucked. Denali got mad and she walked away.
Denali got mad. I think it's exactly what I was talking about. You come to the realization on the show that you're not the star of the show you thought you were, and you pictured it in your head, and that's got to be a shit moment.
Well, like, but part of me is like, Denali, did you really think you'd be like the star of the show? Like, people must know that they're not funny. You know?
I think it's probably like in their respective circles, they're probably all their friends are gonna be like, "Yo, you got this. You got this.
Right.
Yo, it's Denali. Yo." Like, so you go in being like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," and then you're just like, "Oh, okay, I guess I don't."
Yeah, I wonder what
Denali's
Denali's
been pulled from under you.
They've also had like some highs and lows, like Brandon said. Like they have had moments where they won. They won the first challenge they were in.
That's true.
Like, so they did have moments where it's like, okay, I might be it might be me. Like, I might be the girl.
She might be the girl. Oh,
Is she the
Is she?
girl? Are you the girl with T-balls and chili? No,
I think we're all the girls here.
I am the girl.
But I did feel bad for her in that moment because she literally was like, I don't know. She knows. I'm sure the people who like they all watch the show, so they know that like the queens who like talk and the queens who like whose voices are heard get the most airtime and they stay on the show the longest. And Denali, like, it's probably dawning on her like right now. She's like, I'm like never like I'm always kind of in the back. She literally says it. She's like, I'm always in the background, and we know it too. So, Denali, you're right. We see that you're in the background, but girlie, it's too late. The show is already filmed. Can't
And I
change
will
it.
say, to Denali's credit, other than like Untucked, like she's been very likable.
Yes.
You can leave, not do that, like not get that far, but still be liked, have a big fan base after this. Like at least you're not burning the bridge, being an asshole.
She's pleasant. She's smiley.
She's smiley.
But then what else happens in Untucked? There was no fight.
No,
No, it was an uneventful on
it
top.
was uneventful.
I'm ready to wrap it.
Let's wrap
get
up.
To,
Let's get to our questions.
do you guys have any questions for me?
I got a question.
I have questions for you.
I got questions.
Teach me, daddy. This is
Teach
where
me, Daddy.
I teach you guys what it's like to be a straight man, and you guys teach me what it's like to be gay.
Okay.
Do you have a question for Jacob, Brandon?
I do.
Okay, go for
Okay,
it.
it's for straight man. Okay, can you explain to me like 2 3-in-1 body wash? Explain that to me.
Yo,
Okay.
what?
Why is that? What is that about?
What is that?
Okay, so I do think there's probably a contingency of men who they need to get out of the shower. You know what I mean? They got men shit to do. There's pussies to be fucked. There's porn to be watched. There's trucks to be driven. They don't have time to put soap on, face wash on, shampoo on. But you hand them one bottle, now they can get it done, get out in the world, and fish. Or
And
whatever.
fish.
I don't know.
And fish.
And fish.
Yeah.
I've had the 3-in-1. I find it gross. I don't know.
I just can't imagine your body all smelling like one thing from tip
Ooh,
to
that's
taint.
Well, just
Interesting
like
thing.
it destroying your like hair or
That's
skin.
the thing that I would
or
assume
whatever.
more so. It can't be good for your hair.
Yeah.
And then,
But-
like, men are balding. Like, men need better shampoo than women,
Men be
in my
balding.
head, because men bald. Like, women don't even
It's
bald.
hormonal though. It's from hormones.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't use too. The trick is you can't use shampoo all the time.
That's why you... It
Well, black
saves
people
you
don't do
money
that, so,
if you
yeah.
get the soap.
Yeah.
Because you still got it, but you're not using it as shampoo all the time. I don't know. I don't know the logic behind it.
I don't know.
No!
Black people are different.
Do you want to know
That's
one time I was handing out, I have a job before the pandemic where I used to hand out samples at grocery stores, and I had
Of
to
that?
sample soap. It was a canned soap, so it was like an aerosol body wash, and I had to spray it onto the tile, onto like
No.
a bathroom tile, and then I had to dunk that tile in water, and then I
This
had
was
to...
for your skin?
This was in a Loblaws, in a grocery store. I had to
But
do
it was
this
for
in
your
front of
skin, not a
customers.
tile.
No, this is soap, but to demonstrate it, I was like in an infomercial basically doing this at a grocery store for customers, showing them how it looked when you dunked it, and then I would put body wash on a tile and dunk that and show that the aerosol soap washed off easier.
Oh
Because
my
that's how
god!
dumb soap is. They just
Were there men who like it blew their minds? They
They
were
were
like,
just like,
"I'll
I gotta
take,
get that.
I'll take 20."
There was
Gotta
like
get that
people whose minds were blown that a kid was forced to do this for them in a Loblaws.
They're like, they let you do this here?
Yeah, like who made you do this?
Oh my god! I love as a kid. I love the sample people at Loblaws.
I love the sample thing.
Oh, I love the samples.
Huge job.
Blue menu.
Oh,
No,
blue
I didn't.
menu
I wasn't
samples.
like cooking anything.
Oh, you weren't
You
cooking?
no.
Sometimes
I
they'd
love
like
hell
have me
out of
microwave
Get the hell out
ribs.
of here.
Get the
No.
hell out of here.
I love. You know what I love when you smell and they're making like dumplings. Ever had that?
okay.
The menu-
I like when you're at Union
drooling.
Station and they're giving you just like free like, ooh, Nature
Cinnabon.
Valley released a new granola bar.
No.
Oh, that's what
Not
I
Nature
like.
Valley.
I'm just giving you an example, okay?
Not Nature Valley.
I am giving you an example.
Okay. I have to think of my question for you guys about being gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want?
Is giving a hand job boring?
It's usually like
My
I do it
girlfriend
when I'm
just laughed
like,
in the background.
when I'm just like I've come and I'm just like, oh, I don't really want to do anything, but I'll like do this. That's
How
what I
do you guys give them ever? Because
Not
as
really.
guys, you know they suck.
Well, like it's never the man. No one. I've never ever been asked by another
Yeah,
man.
I've never been
for
like, yo,
that.
give me a
No,
hand
yeah,
job.
that
It's
doesn't do
part,
us.
of, it's part of like natural foreplay, but
Yeah,
that's
you-
more of like a primal. Like now I want to touch.
It's
your
more like
talents.
we're just getting it up.
Yeah, but no one is ever like, oh, you know what I would live and breathe and
Yeah.
die for it now is that.
Follow-up question. Do you think, as gay men, your hand jobs are better than women?
Oh yeah.
Because
Well, yeah.
you have it.
100%.
Interesting.
100% from the hand
Five
jobs I've
5,000,000%.
given. Yo,
I would believe it.
Absolutely.
yeah.
From the hand jobs I've received,
But
I would believe
you know what?
it.
You know what I've often heard from my gal pals, my straight girlfriends, and they've always said they've always said we are always afraid to go fast or grip it tight enough because they're always scared they're gonna like, I don't know, lacerate the D. But it's like I feel like, and I don't know if you are a woman listening and you are actually a hand job queen, please let me have it.
Queen.
Have it in the comments. But I feel like a lot of people who don't have penises are like scared to really just grab it and like really like.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean.
Men just be grabbing their own dicks like.
Yeah, truly.
Okay, I think we're gonna.
If you saw how I treated my dick, you would be like, help her.
I'm devastated. I'm concerned.
Help her.
Help her.
Help her.
Okay, guys, I think that's it. I think that's our another episode of Straight Gagging.
Help Ben treat his dick better.
Ben treat his dick better. He's hurting his dick.
I'm bleeding. No, that's not funny. That's gross. That's so disgusting.
It happened.
Do you guys think my drag name should be Pearl Necklace?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my
Necklace.
god, I want my drag name to be Jacob Balls and Vagina.
Okay, let's sign off with our drag names. I've been Pearl Necklace. Thank you for listening.
I've been Jacob Balls and Vagina. Thank you for listening.
I have been I don't fucking know. I don't know. Clean necks. I don't know.
Clean neck.
Clean. Thank you necks. I don't know. Bye.
Bye.